Welcome back. Today is October 21st, Tuesday on the week 2025. Today was a rough day for me, and it's my own fault. Um, yeah, but let's get right into it. So coming into the day, I was pretty bullish because we were so close to all-time highs, and there's like relative equal highs somewhere over here, and then we basically coming into the day, I failed to realize that we had pushed so far. I was only looking at the fact that we inversed this 1 hour. So that's my own fault as well. I thought maybe we'd come down, touch consequent encroachment, and bounce off. But yeah, so my first trade today was just a flat out loss. It was this right here. And this trade, it's a good pattern trade because we swept some sell side here, swept this. At the time, this was the only sell side that was swept. We had an SMT down here as well. And I was like, okay, fuck it, we're so close. And it was really just a gamble. It was just a gambled pattern trade. I liked the idea of this, but there just wasn't enough, and I totally deserved to have lost that 100%. And then what I did was I broke my rules, and because I lost about like 700, 650 bucks from this maybe, and I took a short here somewhere. Yeah, it was right here. I took a short here with the same size, but I was targeting this 4 hour right here. There we go. You can see this 4 hour right here. And the reason for that was I was also looking at the EQ of this range here because we moved so much yesterday and I didn't even realize it. For some reason, I didn't even realize how much ground we actually covered, and this range is massive. So I wanted, after that first loss, I knew when I took that loss that we were just like, it was gonna be bad trade. I have no excuse for taking it. But once I got my head back, I realized, okay, well, we displaced so much yesterday. I want to see us rebalance to EQ or roughly EQ, maybe bounce out of this 4 hour. So that was my idea, taking this short here because I wanted to see us hit this 4 hour at least. But I think the 0.5 is like right here, or somewhere. I deleted it, but it's generally in this area. The 0.5 of the higher time frame range is over here. So what I wanted to see for longs was we at least touch this 4 hour, which we did do, and that's the short I took was to this 4 hour, and I made all of my loss back here pretty much because my TP was like at the 4 hour, so almost 17 points, and then this was about 14 points. So we made it back. I think we were up maybe like 60 bucks or so after that, and then I was like, well, I already broke my rules for the day, and now is when like me with a clear head and a little bit more patience and discipline would probably actually start looking for longs. So I liked this 3-minute entry right here. Oh my god, I can't grab it. Let me delete this for now. I like this 3-minute entry here. We had a resweep at the lows, tapped into the 4 hour, which was close enough to EQ the range, and we kind of battled here, but then we created an order block here. And I like this long. I did target, I mean, obviously I would have held as much as I could have, but ES kept re-sweeping the highs over and over and over and over. So anytime ES would take a high, I would just exit. So I think when ES took, it was one of these highs that it took, but I just ended up closing my position in profits. I took this one on 5 micros rather than 2 minis. I took both of these two on 2 minis. Yeah, I took one micro off at this break-even high, internal swing high, right here, and then I took the rest off basically at the first percentage consequent encroachment. And then this 5-minute long I didn't take, but this was probably the second best play of the day other than this long. We had a re-sweep of the lows in the 4 hour. We got even closer to 0.5 of the range, and we had like a fat SMT. ES was like all the way over here or some shit. It was hella wonky. And we wicked below, created another 10 a.m. Or created a larger 10 a.m. candle wick. And then we had really great displacement. And the displacement is really what sold this whole thing. Is we inverse this whole 5-minute right here. Highest time frame inversion of the previous leg. So this is the previous leg right here. Because we have a down, up, down, up, down, sweep, and then an up. So this was the previous leg. This is the 5-minute entry, like so, and I had my stop below consequent encroachment of this, and also just at consequent encroachment of this wick here, which you could consider a rejection block just because it tapped into a PD ray, and also probably swept some lower time frame. Yeah, swept this, so you could consider it a rejection block if you wanted. But yeah, this trade was pretty simple. Probably break even at the body, and then from here just ride to the highs. ES ended up pushing way above these, so you could have taken your whole position out once it did that, or you could have just rode it as far as you wanted to. I probably would have taken my full position off at the first body here. But yeah, that was just a forward test play. I mean, and this just kind of proves to myself, like, I know, like, I'm not a complete dumbass. I am a dumbass for taking shit like this 5 minutes after open. We didn't tap EQ the range, and the only reason I really took this was I was hoping that it was going to be one of those trades where we just fucking blew upwards because we were close to all-time highs. And that is my own fault, and I'm happy that I lost that trade because I deserve to lose a trade being that dumb. But yeah, I am happy that we ended up green on the day, and then the way that we did that was through taking relatively better trades. But again, rough mental day for me, and overall probably a red day in terms of following my rules and all that stuff. But it is what it is. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to learn from it, probably review it a couple times tonight, and just try to instill in my brain to never be that retarded again. And that's really all it comes down to, I guess. There's not much else you can do other than prove to yourself tomorrow or the next day that you are learning from your mistakes. And that's what I'm trying to do here. So yeah, I think that's all for the trade recap. Tomorrow we have pretty much nothing like today, so we don't have to worry about any news hitting. And yeah, I'm hoping that ES and NQ kind of sync up again. As you can see, these are this high right here is this high right here. massive difference. So I hope we can maybe just NQ can sweep this and then we can sync up or whatever, but it is kind of annoying having the pairs be so polar opposite, because NQ was taking all the sell side and ES was taking all the buy side, so we are just stuck in this tight range for a little bit. It's kind of annoying, but yeah, other than that though, upset and disappointed in myself for the first trade, but clawed my way back despite breaking my rules. So you could look at it as I don't deserve to be green today, and honestly I probably don't. But the reality is the trades that I took after this loss were pretty decent plays, and even this just forward testing play was probably the best trade of the day. And if I can get to a point where I'm able to just recognize these losing trades and not take them, not take this, wait, not take this, wait, not take, and then maybe take this long, or maybe even wait a little bit longer and take this long. Like, if I can just wait and be patient and let things become obvious, like this 5-minute was just really obvious. I feel like we had a huge wick, bounce up, closed above perfectly. We had a nice break even and really good targets. Like this buy side right here is really good. The only thing that was bad about this trade was the SMTs at the highs. So, and SMTs at the highs aren't the only thing that should prevent you from taking a trade. Like sometimes, even though there's SMTs at the highs, they could mean nothing. But yeah, if I can just get to a point where I'm just patient and disciplined enough to not take these losing plays and just wait until the A+1 appears, we're going to be in a very good spot. And I think that is my goal, is just becoming as disciplined and patient as I possibly can, so that I don't take stupid plays and I wait every single day for the most probable setup, to where it's like so obvious that I can't not take it, rather than trying to convince myself that, oh, we don't have this confluence, but maybe. That's how I took this trade. Terrible, but we will get over that for sure. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. A lot of yapping, but I will see you tomorrow. Take care.